The Mona Lisa was stolen, and no one saw a thing. No alarms, no ransom, no witnesses, just a missing smile and the perfect getaway. This isn't just a theft. It's a tale of obsession, deception, and the art world's greatest mystery. In this episode, we go back to the morning it happened and uncover the dangerous web of lies, betrayal, and ambition that shook the world. In this episode, we go back to the morning it happened and uncover the dangerous web of lies, betrayal, and ambition that shook the world. Welcome to the story of the Mona Lisa heist, where every masterpiece has its price. Paris, 1911. The Louvre opens its doors on a sleepy Monday morning. Sunlight spills into the marble halls, catching dust motes in the air. Most of the museum's staff are off. It's their weekly day of rest. Only a skeleton crew remains, quietly tending to routine maintenance. Nothing seems unusual, but in the Salon Carré, something is missing. A bare patch of wall gapes where Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa once smiled. Only 4 iron hooks remain. No frame, no glass, no trace of the painting at all. For hours, no one notices. When someone finally does, they assume it's being photographed or restored. But then, the truth hits. The world's most famous painting has vanished. No alarms, no guards, just gone. The police arrive. They question everyone. They even arrest the poet Guillaume Apollinaire and drag in Pablo Picasso for questioning. But neither knows anything. There are no fingerprints, no ransom, no leads. The Mona Lisa has been stolen, in broad daylight, and no one saw a thing. Somewhere in the city, a man in a white smock, just like the ones worn by Louvre staff, walks calmly through the streets. Hidden under his coat is a treasure beyond price. He boards a train, then disappears. The crime is perfect, but the question remains, who would steal the Mona Lisas? And why? 2 years earlier, 1909, Vincenzo Peruggia arrives in Paris from Italy. A house painter by trade, he blends easily into the working class. Quiet, polite, invisible. But beneath his calm exterior, something stirs. Resentment. He sees how France displays Italian masterpieces, as if they were trophies of conquest. To Vincenzo, Mona Lisa is not just a painting, she's a prisoner of war. By 1911, he's found work at the Louvre. He's paid to clean glass cases and repaint gallery rooms. No one questions him. No one notices him. He watches. He studies the guard schedules, the blind spots, the gallery routines, and he waits for the perfect Monday. August 21st, 1911. Wearing a white smock like the museum staff, Vincenzo walks into the Louvre just after dawn. He passes the sleepy guards, climbs the grand staircase, and enters the Salon Carré. The Mona Lisa hangs alone on the wall, framed behind protective glass. He unmounts her, just like that. He walks into a maintenance closet and quietly removes the frame. He wraps the canvas in his smock, tucks it under his arm, and walks out. No one stops him. By the time the museum realizes the painting is gone, Vincenzo has vanished into the Paris streets. It's not just a theft, it's a ghost story. A man who no one saw, a crime no one expected. And while the world panics, the Mona Lisa lies hidden, just blocks away. The Louvre is in chaos. It's been 26 hours since the theft. Museum staff are still in disbelief. The guards are questioned, then replaced. The room is sealed off, and the police descend like hawks. Journalists gather outside. Headlines scream, "Mona Lisa vanishes! Where is La Joconde?" The world gasps. This isn't just a stolen painting. It's a stolen identity. The face of the Louvre, the soul of the Renaissance. Gone. Inspector Alphonse Bertillon, France's most famous criminologist, is called us. In. He inspects the empty wall, the frame left behind, the hallway leading out. No fingerprints, no signs of forced entry. It's like she walked away on her own. In desperation, police look for scapegoats. The poet Apollinaire, known for radical views, is arrested. His name had once been linked to stolen statues. Under pressure, he accuses his friend, a young painter named Pablo Picasso. Picasso is dragged in for interrogation. He's shaken, furious, and innocent. But the damage is done. Paris is afraid. The public demands answers. Meanwhile, Vincenzo Peruggia, the man no one suspects, reads the headlines from a modest apartment just blocks from the museum. The Mona Lisa is hidden in a false-bottom trunk, wrapped in a blanket. He lights a cigarette. The whole world is searching. No one thinks to look at the man who cleaned the glass. For 2 years, the painting will remain hidden in plain sight. And during that time, myths grow. Conspiracies flourish. Did the Germans take it? Was it the British? The anarchists? In trying to protect the painting, Vincenzo had done the unthinkable. He made her more famous than ever. Paris moves on. The Louvre reopens. A new painting replaces the Mona Lisa on the empty wall. Tourists still come, but something's missing. That mysterious smile, that gaze that seemed to follow you. But in a cramped Paris apartment, the real Mona Lisa is silent, wrapped in linen, hidden in a wooden trunk, and her captor is starting to crack. Vincenzo Peruggia walks the city streets like a ghost. Each day, the guilt weighs heavier. Each time he passes the Seine, he wonders if he should toss the painting into its depths. At night, he stares at it, not like a thief, but like a lover who's afraid he's made a mistake. He tells himself he did it for Italy. He tells himself he's a patriot, not a criminal. But the world is still watching. Detectives have no leads, so the conspiracy theories grow. Some say the Louvre faked the theft to raise insurance money. Others blame secret societies or foreign government. Hence, the painting's legend is now bigger than the art itself. People who never cared about the Mona Lisa are now obsessed. Her fame is reborn in absence. And still, Vincenzo waits. 2 birthdays pass, 2 winters. He moves apartments, changes jobs. The painting never leaves his possession. Then, in 1913, something shifts. Vincenzo sees an article about Italian art being auctioned off in London, pieces stolen from churches and palazzos. That was it, the final push. He decides to return the Mona Lisa, but not to France, to Italy, to Florence, to the Uffizi Gallery, where he believes she belongs. But Vincenzo doesn't know he's walking into a trap, and neither does the painting. Florence, December 1913. Vincenzo Peruggia steps off a train, carrying a false-bottom trunk and a secret worth millions. The Mona Lisa has crossed the border. She's back in Italy, just as he had planned. He checks into a small hotel under a fake name. The room is dim, quiet. A crucifix hangs above the bed. Tomorrow, he'll meet an art dealer from the Uffizi Gallery. He imagines the moment, cameras flashing, the Italian flag behind him. Vincenzo, the hero who brought La Gioconda home. But reality has other plans. The dealer, skeptical and cautious, agrees to meet. Vincenzo opens the trunk and peels away the cloth. There she is, flawless, mysterious, untouched by time. The dealer nods, smiles politely, and then excuses himself. 2 hours later, the police arrive. Vincenzo is still in his hotel room when they knock. He doesn't run. He believes this is all part of the plan. He's wrong. He's arrested, interrogated, and thrown into an Italian cell. The officers don't call him a hero. They call him a thief. News spreads across Europe in hours. The Mona Lisa has been found. She's exhibited briefly in Florence, just long enough for the public to say goodbye, before being sent back to the Louvre, guarded by soldiers. Back in Paris, thousands cheer. But something has changed. She's not just a painting anymore. She's a survivor of crime, war, and obsession. As for Vincenzo, he tells the court he stole the painting out of patriotism. The jury believes him, somewhat. He's sentenced to just over a year in prison. When he walks out, he fades into obscurity. A house painter, a former thief, a man who once held the world's most famous painting under his bed. And the Mona Lisa? She returns to her wall, but not to silence. Now, she speaks through myth. A smile painted in 1503, stolen in 1911, and eternal ever since. The Mona Lisa returns. January 1914. Paris is bitterly cold. Inside the Louvre, guards stand shoulder to shoulder. Reporters swarm the steps. Crowds line up for hours, not to see the painting, but to witness it. She hangs again in the Salle des États, but this time behind glass, under lock and key. Security cameras, iron bolts, and armed guards are her new companions. The world breathes a collective sigh of relief, but something feels different. She's no longer just a painting by Leonardo da Vinci. She's an icon, a survivor of betrayal and obsession, a face every thief wants to steal, and every soul wants to understand. In Florence, some still call Vincenzo a patriot. In Paris, he's barely remembered. He dies quietly in 1925. No headlines, no ceremony, just a former house painter who once stole a queen. But the legend he left behind? That only grows louder. Writers turn the theft into fiction. Filmmakers recreate the moment the Mona Lisa vanished. Art students draw her face, not for technique, but for the mystery. Was it just patriotism, or was it madness? Did Vincenzo love the painting, or did he want to own the world's gaze? The questions never go away, and neither does the smile. A century later, the Mona Lisa still draws 10 million people a year. Presidents, popes, and tourists line up, not just to see her, but to say they stood in front of the most stolen, most studied, most mythologized fausse in human history. And through it all, she never says a word, just that eternal gaze, and that smile that might have fooled a man into thinking he could change the world. The Mona Lisa returned, but her story never ended. If you were captivated by this story, tap that like button. It helps more people find this hidden piece of history. Got a theory? Want to suggest the next heist we should uncover? Comment below. We read everyone. And if you want to see more cinematic crime history stories like this, hit subscribe and turn on that bell, because this was only one brushstroke in a masterpiece of mystery.